We'd like to welcome everyone here tonight to our August 20th, 2025 Commission meeting. Would you all please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First item on our agenda is approval of the minutes from August 6th, 2025. Are there any corrections or?
Commissioner, if I could, on our last meeting, we did have the Carbon County royalty come and give us an update. And since then, we've had a new Miss Carbon County crowned and named. So we'd like to wish Ivy Beecher congratulations, and hopefully she has a fun and eventful year.
Congratulations to Ivy. Thank you. No corrections. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve of the minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Item number 2 is Employee of the Month. Kellie Payne.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We had postponed due to our employee not being available last commission meeting. I am happy to present to Nathan Hepworth. He has been with Carbon County since March of 2015, so just 10 years with us. That's pretty great. And he was actually nominated by his Sergeant Sawyer Leonard, so I'm going to ask both of them to come up.
Yeah. Alrighty, so obviously there's a million reasons why I nominated Deputy Hepworth for Employee of the Month. So when I was kind of thinking about that, I wrote a letter of recommendation to HR to kind of like explain a little bit like why he is Employee of the Month material to me. So I just want to share that letter with the commission here. So I'm writing this letter to recommend Deputy Nathan Hepworth for Carbon County Employee of the Month. Nathan has been an exemplary employee of the Carbon County Sheriff's Office, and I believe his consistent dedication, professionalism, and service make him more than deserving of this recognition. Nathan has served as a deputy with the Carbon County Sheriff's Office for over a decade. In that time, he has completed extensive training and now serves as both the head firearms instructor and a team leader on the SWAT team. He is not only highly knowledgeable in his areas of specialty, but also takes the initiative to organize multiple trainings each year so that his fellow deputies can continue to sharpen their skills in firearms and tactical operations. Deputy Hepworth is also involved in the Carbon County School District Guardians Program, where he serves as a firearms instructor. This is a crucial program which will increase school safety throughout not only Carbon County School District, but the entire state of Utah. Nathan is well known for his tireless work ethic and his steady, no drama approach to the job. He shows up each and every day to contribute, no matter the task. He consistently brings a positive attitude and a genuine passion for the work he does. Recently, when I asked Nathan to set up a training, his response was simply, "Say less, I'll set it up." That one phrase perfectly captures his dependability and willingness to serve. He doesn't hesitate, he just gets things done. In addition to his service with the Sheriff's Office, Nathan is a member of the Price City Fire Department, regularly giving up his personal time to serve the community in another vital capacity. Whether wearing his deputy's badge or a firefighter's helmet, Nathan's commitment to public service is unwavering and deeply appreciated throughout Carbon County. Outside of his professional roles, Nathan is a devoted husband and father. He sets a strong example both on and off duty, and I have long admired the way he carries himself, with integrity, humility, and quiet strength. For all these reasons, I strongly support Deputy Nathan Hepworth's nomination as Carbon County Employee of the Month. Of course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You could say something if you would.
I just really appreciate, to quote my favorite movie, Remember the Titans, attitude reflects leadership. So thanks, Andy, and also thanks, Jeff. Just wouldn't be that way without them either. So thanks for the opportunity to work for the county. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for serving. Next item on our agenda is Assessor Office update. Amy and Kevin.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you for having us. I am Amy Schmidt-Peters, Carbon County Assessor.
Keven Ewell, Chief Deputy Assessor.
So just a couple updates I'll give you, and then I'll turn some time over to Kevin because he is rolling right after me, I think, on the agenda there. So we so far have had about 272 appeals for the BOE board. Most of them, I should say many of them, are being worked through the assessor's office. If their characteristics were wrong, we're updating that and then offering the property owner the chance to be okay with that assessment and sign off on it before going to the board. There are others that if they don't want to do that, I'm hoping that they will come with the comparables that they do need. We do suggest to the public that if you are making an appeal, that you do come with comparables. And what I mean by that is that if you have a 2,000 square foot home, stick built, you want to compare to other very relative close homes that are stick built as well. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the questionnaire that we sent out to Price City. I want to thank all the patrons that are sending those back to us. We've had a really great turnout. People have been filling them out and sending them back. We appreciate that very much. It will make our reappraisal easier. The other thing I wanted to mention is that 99% of the county assessors throughout the state had received a request from the Office of the State Auditor, and that was for 5 years of data on all our parcels. They did receive that from our office, and it was public information that was submitted. I'll turn the rest of this information that Kevin wants to share with you over to him.
We've been working with IT to get the website updated, and we've got all of the property characteristics now available for both residential and commercial properties on the web. There's still a few things that are missing, so I'm working with Barry to ensure that those get done. So that's something that hasn't happened in some time. The feedback is we're also taking the sketches as we redo them, and the previous system put a top-down approach, so every layer was stacked on the other layer. And unless you're used to reading those, they're really hard to read. So we're taking the time to split the layers out so you can actually see what they are and where they are. I believe this helps in reducing errors because particularly in a two-story building, sometimes the second story is not all the first story. Sometimes it's a half a second story. And we're finding a lot of those through the conversions through the years, they became full second stories. And so doing this will allow the public to see that information. It's located, when you go to the website, there's a little link that says property characteristics, and you click on that link and it'll take you right to your property and show you everything that we have collected on that. The one thing it does show, it shows your quality in a number score. I don't really want you focusing on the quality. That's more for us to say, okay, yes or no. It's a judgment call. That's why we didn't put out there average, good, very good, fair, poor. We didn't want that. So it's left as a number intentionally so that we can look at it and go, okay, there's an error there, but we didn't want necessarily everybody coming in saying, I really have the mansion of the neighborhood or my property's a dump. That wasn't we want them to focus on the other issues. I think that's about it. Mm-hmm. So any questions?
No questions from me. I just appreciate what you guys have been doing to get things ready to go and straightened around. So it's been very quiet
well, we
on
feel
our end.
We feel BOE is going very well this year. We've had some areas of concern, and I think we've addressed those head on. Out of the, was it 172 appeals? 272. About 100 of those are from the taxpayers, and the rest are from our office. So we still have the lion's share of the appeals under our office. So,
Thank you.
Great.
Questions?
Thank you
No.
for the reference.
Just thank you for adding the property characteristics for the public to view. I think that is really essential because it puts them in the driver's seat to help realize why their property is valued, what it is.
well, and it does another thing for us selfishly. If it's wrong, you can tell me it's wrong. If I'm hiding it from you, you can't tell me it's wrong. So now I have an additional 16,000 reviewers to review all their property characteristics and come in and say, this is off.
Yeah.
And then we can fix it.
I just appreciate you working so hard to help make it right.
Yeah.
You can stay up here, Kevin. The next item on our agenda is review and possible approval of the 2025 Board of Equalization property adjustments and stipulations to date. So we have a list.
So Commissioner, you have to do this as the Board of Equalizations because this is a part of the Board of Equalization.
Okay. Can we do that? Then
We just have to.
you'll move out of the commission
adjourn.
meeting, go to the Board of Equalization. Okay.
I'll make a motion that we move out of the Carbon County Commission and move into the Board of Equalization.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now,
Sorry, just wanted it to be.
thank you for keeping us straight.
Are there any questions? There's about 54 parcels on the list. I'm going to try and get this to you every 2 weeks so it's not overwhelming. And provided on there is the parcel number, the appeal number, the person appealing, and the reason for the justification that was arrived at.
I have no questions.
I don't either. Everything you've listed here, like for instance, we have, just for the public's information, we have like a parcel that was East Carbon City that should have been exempt.
Yeah,
And the Alpine School District, these are things that,
yeah, and we're working
Just
really
these
hard to make
corrections.
sure the exempt parcels stay exempt. And that's making sure in both systems they're exempt so that we've got them talking back and forth one to another. There are some other parcels that are on this list that were exempt that shouldn't have been. So those went from 0 value to a value. And we have others that, we have one HOA on there, Clear Creek, that is the common area was moved to 0 value. And that value moved over to the residents of Clear Creek to pay on their individual parcels.
Yeah, I have no questions. If there's no other comments, I'll make a motion that we approve the 2025 Board of Equalization property adjustments and the stipulations to date.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn as the Board of Equalization and re-adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Commission.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're back in our commission meeting. Item number 5 is consideration and
Oh.
possible.
They got,
Go ahead.
My name's Lon. And I'm just curious. I have filed an appeal on my taxes, and I'm just curious as to how property values in the county, city of Price have gone extremely high in 1 year, extremely high. I don't see an overpopulation moving into Price where there's a housing shortage, and I just don't understand how my home value could have increased $100,000 in a year. That's one question I have. If somebody has an answer, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah,
Whether it's a long one or a short one, whatever, but I don't mind paying taxes when I need to pay them, but $100,000 is pretty unusual if you ask me.
We'll have Kevin answer that for you.
Teeny? Okay, so Bob, I don't know anything about your property, so I'd have to take a look at the characteristics and stuff. Some properties had a large increase because they were way undervalued. I don't know if that's your case or not. We'll definitely take a look. So you have filed an appeal? Yeah, so we'll definitely take a look. Other properties have actually had a lowering of their value. So basically what we do is we take the property characteristics and we look at all of the sales. And when we take the look at the sales, then we say, okay, characteristics are correct. And we do a market adjusted cost approach. So basically, once we do that, then we look and see where those costs are lying within the market. And we make an adjustment to those market costs up or down. Price City did not have a large factor to push up or down. But doing that, then you take that from the sales and you apply it to the population. Now we see a lot of bounces because in the county we haven't valued property every year consistently. We've done factoring and pushing up, pushing down. But when you actually go and revalue every property every year in the county, you have to rely heavily on the property characteristics that the properties have. If they're wrong, your value is going to be wrong, guaranteed. If they're right, we're close. So sometimes we're a little high, sometimes we're low, but we're really pretty close to what that is. So we will take a look.
Okay, so my understanding of what he just said is our taxes are evaluated on what the real estate market is, which to me, they're a for-profit organization. They're going to make as much money as they can off of what they have and what they can sell. So why are we prisoners to the real estate agent when we have a county assessor here and here that is supposed to assess our value, and it should not be rated on what the real estate company says?
So it's rated on fair market value, which is what properties sell for. So that's by state statute. Now the taxes don't necessarily go up or down with the market.
The taxes haven't gone up or down. The value of the homes have gone up.
Right. So if the values of the home have gone up and the taxes are the same, then you're floating with the rest of the market. Because the way it works, I apologize, but
Excuse me, this isn't a nice argument. I
think-
wasn't looking for an argument. I just,
No.
I understand what he's saying, but it makes no sense.
This is good to explain. So as property values rise, the tax rates fall so that they collect the same amount of taxes. The thing that is fixed in the equation is the amount of tax that is collected every year. So if they collect, I'm just going to throw $1,000 out there. I know you collect more than $1,000, but they always get to collect that $1,000. So what we have is we have a group of properties. I call it the appraisal pie, and that's the valuation pie. So everybody owns a piece of it. So as your values float up and down that market, as long as your slice of pie doesn't change size, like if say your property raises 10% and everybody else raised 5%, then your piece of pie grew a little bit and your taxes raise. But as long as yours stays consistent with all of the other properties, then there's no net increase or decrease in property taxes. That's how the state statute is written, but absolutely, we will take a look at your value.
But again, it doesn't answer the question, is why have property values increased so much? And you can tell me that in the other thing. This isn't a place to argue. It wasn't want to start an argument. I'm just asking. If there is a problem, there was supposed to be a big problem with the last assessor was in there. We got a new assessor and all of a sudden the property values.
Well, and in doing that,
doesn't make sense to me.
in doing that, you have to value the property and fix the problems as they lie. It is not something you can say, oh, we elected a new person, it's all going to be fixed. It takes time to make sure those characteristics are done correctly, that they're collected correctly, so that those valuations can be appropriate.
Well, again, I don't understand how the property values have raised so much in this area when we are at the lowest 4 years ago, 4 years ago, the homes were valued considerably less. I mean, my home was valued more than $200,000 less than it is now. What has happened? What's happened?
During COVID, and after COVID, we had
excuse me. I understand COVID, but that's a poor excuse. Everything that's happened.
Well, you don't fully understand what he's trying to tell you. You need to go visit with him because there's a reason. Okay.
I have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Item 5, consideration and possible approval of Carbon County Media Protection Policy. Mary Horsley.
Commissioners, this is the hopefully the last policy that's set before you. This is again, it's an IT and county policy required by the Bureau of Criminal Investigation. In order for us to access their data, we are required to have a policy that handles how we handle media. This isn't only electronic media, but it's also paper records as well. And so this policy satisfies the need for us to access their data. And what it does is it controls how records are maintained, how they're secured, and how they're destroyed at an appropriate time.
Any questions for Barry?
I don't. Make a motion that we approve the Carbon County Media Protection Policy, which is a continuation of the other policies that we ratified in previous meetings.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barry. Motion carries. Item 6, United Way Day of Caring is on Saturday, September 6, 2025. Mr. Haddock.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to encourage everybody to come out and participate in the Day of Caring. And if you have any projects, the deadline, I think, is August 29th to submit projects. If you know of things that need to be cleaned up in the area, help kind of beautify our community, to give those to Pam Boyd. Her number is 637-8911. Otherwise, get together with friends and family, and it's a fun activity. They'll meet at Lynn's parking lot, I think right around 8 when they begin. They'll have breakfast before that, and they'll have a lunch for you after the activities of the services have been rendered. And we get hundreds of people out, and I think it's a wonderful service.
Thank you. Any other comments about that? Item number 7 is consideration and possible approval of a proclamation by the County Commissioners of Carbon County, Utah, proclaiming September 2025 as Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. And in our last meeting, we allowed for this to be talked about, but it wasn't on our agenda. So this is something we've already gone over, but we just need to have it on the agenda and approve it.
Make it official. Yeah. I'll go ahead and make a motion then that we approve the proclamation by the Carbon County Commission, or the County Commissioners of Carbon County, Utah, proclaiming September 2025 Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.